And we saw in there that you said you are a magician.
Yes. Pick a range of suit, ace through 10 or jack through king.
No.
No! Oh my God! What's up, guys? Deric Poston here, and I got some tour dates. December 28th, I will be headlining 2 shows at the Dallas Hyenas. The Dallas Hyenas, December 28th. That is 2 shows. Come out and see me. Also, I'll be filming a Don't Tell special Saturday, February 1st in New York City. I don't know if you get tickets for that or not, but if you are a New York fan and you want to see your boy, I'll just heads up. I'll be filming my Don't Tell special that day. I'm headlining February 7th and 8th in Baltimore at the Baltimore Comedy. Oh my God, what's the name of the club? I'm a fucking idiot. Oh, the Port in Baltimore. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'll be headlining the Port in Baltimore February 7th and 8th with my boy Ehsan Ahmad.
I'll be there.
He will be there. Sam Lopez, my beautiful wife, will also be there. So coming out February 7th and 8th, if you're in that area, the Baltimore area or DC area, I'll be headlining the Port. And then also, I will be headlining May 2nd and 3rd in Austin, Texas at the Velveeta Room. May 2nd and 3rd in Austin, Texas. And June 27th and 28th, I'll be headlining the Comedy Cabin in Janesville, Wisconsin. Janesville, Wisconsin. Janesville, Wisconsin. Comedy Cabin, the 27th and 28th of June.
And I will be at the Comedy Cabin in Janesville on March 7th and 8th. So come out March 7th and 8th. See your boy. Well, I will say this: guys like to take pictures of their girls when they look funny, which is not necessarily.
Why is that a thing?
Because that's when you guys are truly your most beautiful.
Yeah, it's like
I totally disagree.
Absolute disgust.
Well, no, because it's like that's when y'all are being your most vulnerable, which is hot.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess vulnerability is hot to men. They're like, oh, look at this precious little.
You've never seen this lady around?
Yeah, I've seen her. The first one he showed me her like 10,000 feet away on the beach. Have you seen this woman at the mothership? Yes, I've seen her. Yes.
It was her waving.
Yeah, with sunglasses on, like laying down. Yes, she's every woman on every beach. And that's fun.
But yeah, she's super preggo right now.
Oh,
We're having our first baby.
How long is she?
She's 17 weeks this week. This Friday will be 17.
She's got a long
way to go. She's second trimester, but that belly is crazy.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to be pregnant. I've never been pregnant.
What? Never?
Girls, never. I've never been pregnant. We my ex and I would track it. Like we tracked my period.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Together.
So you were trying.
No. We were trying to not
have him. Oh, okay.
It's a little you. It looks just like you.
No. The sonogram is naturally black.
Oh, okay. Shit. Then you gotta get that checked. I love it. Yeah, no, we tracked it. So I would know like when I was ovulating. I still know like every time. Like you gotta know that stuff, you know, if you're trying to get pregnant or trying to avoid pregnancy, but with like a serious partner for a long time. So
Are you with a serious partner?
No. We started the podcast?
Yeah,
we started before you got here.
Oh, shit. Okay, thank God I didn't say anything crazy yet. The night is still young.
Of course. Yeah, so wait, you are a single lady?
Single. For the first time in my entire, like, ovulating existence.
No!
Yeah.
You're a relationship lady.
I am.
Ooh,
I was in 2 super long ones.
Serial monogamous.
Yeah, serial monogamist. And, like, I love it. I can't wait to be in another one now that I've done this single thing, especially in 2024, 2025, like this modern day and age. I'm like, holy cats. I'm so glad I never had to date, but I'm still not even dating.
Really?
I don't go on dates. I just literally focus on myself. That's it. That's all that I'm doing. I'm like, I don't do anything fun.
What would it, for a man to get you on a date, how is it even possible? Are you a internet person? Are you a Bumble, Tinder, Ray? What's the one for rich people?
I'm not on any.
Raya?
No, God, no. I don't know. I'm so happy that I don't. They have to find God, and they got to be on their knees with God to find me. Like that's how they got to do it. Because honestly, at this point, like I've been loved. You know, when you're loved, you can't revert. You can't revert back to just having like a normal, any day guy that's trying to like know your favorite color. Like you got to be in love with yourself, and then I feel like the universe will bring us together. Like that's how much I trust in the goodness of my life and the goodness of everything that's happening to me. Like I just got full trust in that.
Heidi,
Damn, that's very
I want to give you Miss USA. That's a great answer.
Thank you very much.
Such a good answer.
I wear my crown all the time. Okay, I can't take it off even if I wanted to.
Wow.
No, but that's the truth. That's
Yeah.
the truth. Like I truly feel that way, and I truly trust. Like I've got so much faith that like when it's right for me, it's going to be right, and there's not a million girls that could get in the way or anything else that could get in the way of like who's meant for me.
Big facts.
Yeah.
I've never agreed more. I'm also
Yeah.
a serial one. I can't be alone.
Yeah.
Cannot be alone.
It's hard. It's weird.
It's weird.
I love it. I love it. Oh my God. I love being with me. Holy shit.
And
We're in a
really?
great relationship.
And you
yeah.
live alone too?
Yep. I live alone.
Oh, that's a good
Yep.
feeling.
I don't even have pets. I got plants. That's it.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you're really out here.
I know. I'm really just like with myself. I'm discovering me for the first time. You know, when you're in relationships, you don't. And I'm a woman. I'm all about who I was dating. So it was his life and his career and everything for him. And like, I love that. I love that aspect of being in a relationship. But at the same time, now I'm like, I never got to know who I am. I didn't even know what I like to eat. Like I literally did. I was a vegan for 7 years. Like I didn't know.
Just because he was a vegan?
Yeah, he was a vegan. And so
Whoa.
it was just like, well, I was first and then he went and then he stayed vegan. So I stayed vegan. But I'm like, I'm over being a vegan. You know, now I eat Wagyu beef. I got to Texas. I'm like, I can't wait to try this like Texan Wagyu and it's fire. And I
great.
love it. Yeah. I can't
Oh my gosh, you were a vegan. So there were times
Yeah.
where you were like, I really don't want to eat this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Towards the end, I mean, I would get sick if I accidentally like consumed any sort of dairy or anything prior
Yeah.
to like my body would actually reject it. It was wild. There was one time in Target where I was literally like throwing up. It was horrible. Sorry guys. But yeah, I would reject the food. But then when I decided, I'm like, I'm so over this. I just want like a steak. I just want something, you know, I want chicken.
Are you what they call a trad wife? You know what that
A
is?
traditional wife. Is
Yes.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
in a
very
relationship-
traditional.
Yeah, okay. So in a relationship, you would be the one, like, would you be a stay-at-home or would you still want to work?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I mean, I was always kind of like, I would do everything around, like, for him, for everything from cooking and cleaning and all that. So I love that. I love that stuff. Like, to me, it's, I don't know if I didn't know there's a word for it, but yeah, like, I love all the traditional things. Like, I love just being a woman in that situation and just letting him provide and go out there and fight the war. You know, I don't want to fight the war. Hell no. But I love that. And I worked on his projects and I worked on things for him. And then I was reporting and modeling and I was doing a whole bunch of different things like during my prior relationship. So it's always like I want to do something and that's what I thought I wanted to do with myself. But now that I'm in the trenches, I'm like, this is safe for me. Put me in the kitchen. Okay, I love being in the kitchen.
No, I love it.
All these bitches
love
that were like, feminism, let's go to work.
Yeah.
I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, that's like a big war. People hate the trad wives. A lot of ladies.
Oh, really?
I talked to a lot of women.
I mean, I don't think I'm a trad wife. Don't put me in that category. Like, I'm literally working, okay?
Yeah.
I work too much now.
Well, the idea that some women don't like that, like the idea, because my wife, total trad wife.
Yeah.
Even though she works, she's a comedian.
Yeah.
And she literally makes a lot of our income. But trad wife, hardcore. Laundry, dishes, food, cooks for me,
I
takes
love
care
it.
of me, the whole thing.
It's
And
beautiful.
I think it's, I mean,
It's
I'm
so
team trad
like
wife.
it's in my nature to be a nurturer. Like I love to take care of people. Like I just like to touch people and I like to like talk to people and give advice and all of that shit. So like it just comes so naturally to me. And you know it doesn't come natural like punching a clock.
yeah.
I don't. I'm
agreed.
like, well, who's this other man telling me what to do? That's not my husband. I don't want anything to do with that at all. You know?
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing I've honestly heard. Who is this other man that's
Yeah.
not my husband?
I think the fuck not, because like you can get told things that aren't in your best interest.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like
So-
what my husband and me want to do.
Yeah.
Or what I want to do with my
And our
I like
family,
that.
yeah.
Yes. I like that my wife gets to live her day. Like her day is what she wants.
So are you planning on like raising your child? Like she's gonna be at home with a child?
No, she's gonna keep doing it because she loves
Yeah.
comedy too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
She's gonna do like I know she's gonna take 2 months off. Like once the baby's here, she's gonna take just 2 months just to be, lactating, I believe.
Yeah.
Just breastfeeding for 2 months, me and the baby.
Gotta let it
Yeah,
drip.
yeah, yeah.
Gotta let it drip.
Put that on a shirt. Gotta let it drip.
Gotta let it drip.
Gotta let it drip. It's my milkers. My wife has beautiful milkers.
I love that
and
for you.
Yeah, God is good. And
For sure.
God is fucking just
So
good
good.
guy. He took care of me. So 2 months, and then I think she's gonna and then just get back into comedy. But she doesn't have to like. I like that she don't have to like get up and like go like say punch a clock type shit.
Yeah.
Which she's done that. She's been the provide. Like we've been together like almost 9 years. We've been together 9 years. Oh my god.
That's incredible.
Thank you,
Monogamy.
Come on, never cheated, never cheated. Going to one day, but not yet. Going to one day.
Going to one day. Well, would she like sign your slip? Like, would she be okay?
Would she be one of those? You know what's funny? You know what's crazy,
Sign your
Heidi?
slip is interesting.
Yeah.
So I've once like I have a very high sex drive. I try to make love to my. So I'll make fun of my wife on stage for like not like oh man we don't. But I want to have sex with her right after we have sex. We have sex and now I want to have sex. Like
Are you Scorpio?
Heart yes.
Okay, sorry.
Wait,
Of course you are.
Wait, it's because of the moon?
Yeah. No. It's just like a
Because of the
Scorpio
stars.
men trait. I see a lot of men like not. Okay, that sounded horrible. I haven't had sex in fucking a long ass time. I don't even remember the last time. But yeah. But every time somebody tells me that, they're a Scorpio.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Me and Drake really just got a lot of
No,
high
for
energy.
real.
Me and Drizzy like to get it So
You got them videos too in that phone. I know. I saw them. He's got some like just like swing, like literally like what is that snake you're taming in your head? That was
He
crazy.
was like, there's so many stuff I can't show you. It's a wild thing to say.
What's all of
You
it?
need a screen protector, one of those like invisible ones.
None of it was sex with my wife. It was all just me. It was all just me having a good time alone.
Unfortunately.
But I very high sex drive. My wife's a one and done. She has sex, comes out.
wants to go to
bare.
sleep.
Done.
Yeah.
She's done. We're no more. And she also doesn't do back-to-back games. I talk about that on stage. She doesn't like to do back-to-back days or back-to-back weeks sometimes. She's
load management.
Load management kind of lady. She does not like, but she's got a high sex drive. I'm aware that mine is insane. So I shit on her, but I'm aware that like she has sex with me more than enough. I just want everything in the universe.
Well, you love her. You just
love
want
her,
to be
bro.
in her
She's
skin.
hot.
You want to be in her skin.
I want to be in her skin. Listen to Heidi, Sam. I want to be in your skin. So I have brought up that like, man, I wish sometimes we had like a lady that lived not necessarily in a cage, but in a small. Have you Pulp Fiction? You seen Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
The Gimp.
No, I don't fucking remember, but yeah.
It's like a person that's in like all latex.
Oh,
And they kinda
yeah. With like the mouth hole.
With the mouth hole.
Yeah, no
I would
eyes.
like that. And I've taught them, I was like, I'd love if we had like just a sex slave that you could watch me have sex with and you get to feel in a powerful position.
Yeah.
Because she's like, oh man, look at my husband like fucking the shit out of this fucking sex slave.
Right.
But we still give that person dinner and we pay them.
Of course, you're
give them
not a
salary.
savage.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah, this is how you know Deric's been spending a lot of time in the Middle East. I was like,
I know, that sounds like every man's dream is over there. Like, actually, we have one. Like, there's like a market for gimps. Would it not?
She's never said no to this idea.
Yeah.
We joke about it all the time, and she's never once been like, Deric, that's so silly. She's always been like, yeah, that would be cool if every once in a while.
Like, I think like trust and honesty is the most important part of a relationship. Like I said, like not 1 million, 2 billion. There's not 2 billion bitches that could get in between me and the man that's meant for me. So like if she loves you, I think like, what is it? It's just a gimp in a cage.
It's just a gimp in a cage. Yo, I mean,
Yeah.
dude. It's
Yeah.
just a gimp in a cage.
Just a gimp in a cage.
So yeah, we've talked about such things, but I guess there's a show that used to be called Spartacus, and that guy would do that. He would like have sex, like the slaves would come in, and when his wife was tired, they'd have sex with slaves, and she would just watch, and they would, you know what I liked? They would keep talking about family business. Be like, oh, the kids are doing. Like, while he's having sex with the sex slave, he'd be like,
They
oh
get
man,
work done.
Yes.
Yeah. It
So
sounds
that's what I like
honestly
about
like
it.
killing 2 birds with 1 stone, you know?
It's really not about the sex. It's about getting more work done.
Right. I think you could sell it to her.
I'm
Especially in her 3rd trimester. Try that, go for it.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro. She's slowly starting to get like annoyed.
Yeah.
Like with my not with like anything, just with my that I exist, and like now it's coming up that I did this to her.
Oh,
She's
okay.
hitting that stage of
Yeah,
pregnancy
yeah.
that I did it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
I
your
think
fault.
she's so hot. I think this is the hottest she's ever been.
Yeah.
I tell her that too. I was like, I don't even know that I found you attractive before this.
Yeah. My ex used to say all the time, he's like, I can't wait till you're pregnant because you're going to be so cute and like fat and like chubby and fluffy. I'm like, there's plenty of time for that like later, you know? Right now I'm hot, okay? Like, let me be hot. I can't just misstep this yet, you know?
Do you want lots of kids?
I do. I want like 3.
That's a good
At
number.
least 3.
3 is a good number.
Yeah, I grew up with 2 brother and a sister, so like I love that dynamic, and
Yeah.
Where are you in the?
I'm the middle child. Of
Okay.
course, I'm J. Cole. You know, I'm in the smack dab in the middle. You know, there's an album about that, right? I'm looking directly at you, Deric.
I would also have no idea.
I don't know. I know he's just got this middle child song or something like that. But yeah, I'm in the middle, and I was always like negotiating and navigating and being like the voice of reason in that, in the middle child dynamic fully and totally the craziest one by far and the most free. I had the most freedom because my sister took all the hard parenting as if we had that. I grew up and I used to be like, Mom, it's midnight. Can we go to sleep? Like, please. Or like, I learned how to forge her signature in like 2nd grade. Because I had all my work done. I was like a very studious. I love to study still to this day. So I like always had all my work done. So I would like forge her signature because she ain't gonna look at it. She knows I did it, She raised me well. So, but yeah, I loved being the middle child. It was super.
Are you a Texas girl?
No. I grew up all over. My family's Austrian, so my father's side is Austrian, my mother's Native American. So we grew up in Wisconsin.
Genociders and genocidees.
Yeah, right? It's just the full spectrum of all this shit. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's...
Allegedly.
After Space Music, what's wrong with you? After I was talking about, I want a GIMP. Ehsan, grow up. We're having a podcast. Grow up.
We didn't start recording it.
No, not yet.
Okay, openly talk about your sex slave plans.
Right. She's from cut that part out. We can cut that part out. No. But then I grew up in like all over, and then when I was an adult, I left my house when I was like 15, moved in with my high school boyfriend's family.
Whoa.
And like I would still have I would still go home, of course. My mom was like totally fine with it because I was a very responsible person. Maybe I was like 16. I could drive, I think. But they bought me my first car, actually. My high school boyfriend's family bought me my first
that's like
car.
a real relationship. That's not like,
No, I had like a ring, But and I was a kid.
How long was that
baby
relationship?
Child. Until I went to college.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you guys go to separate colleges?
Yeah. I went to
That'll
UW
do it.
Madison.
That's a killer.
And he stayed in his family business. And he went to like school around where we grew up. And I'm like, I'm getting out of here. Like I couldn't wait to go and like see the world. So then I went to college. I withdrew from university, traveled all over, went back to university, graduated, and then I went overseas. And I lived in like Istanbul and Kaunas, Lithuania, and Barcelona. So, and then I came back here. So I've been just all over the place, really. And I feel like I've grown up. I'm still growing up. I'm still figuring it out, like to this day, to this moment. I might watch this and be like, oh my God, I got to change that aspect of my personality. Like, that's not going to work. That doesn't fit the mold. But yeah, I'm still learning and growing up everywhere.
How old are you? Can I guess?
Yeah, guess. It won't be offensive, I promise.
This is a dangerous game.
I know, that's what I like to play.
Do not play this one with your wife.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah, you volunteered for Russian roulette. This is crazy.
I know.
And I got a loaded pistol over here.
That's so terrifying.
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
Because you have a number in your head, I'm sure. There's got to be a number in your head
I think
as
he
well.
might know how old I am.
I don't know how old you are.
Oh, really?
No, do they talk about how old you are on the show?
No.
No, okay, so there's no way I would know how old you are.
God, we're going to spoil it.
We are going to spoil it.
I know. Maybe we should keep it secret.
Well, I'll bleep it, but you guys should.
You know what?
Yeah.
Bleep it.
Yeah.
So
With the voice of reason. Yes.
I'm honestly 26.
Way more.
Yeah, I was going to say
34.
Oh!
Spot on. Bam. Bam. Yep.
Dude.
So you were guessing, I said 14.
He's like, of course you're on our show. Red Ben would love you. I love Red Ben. I'm joking.
No, we all know Red Man. No. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you literally lived with your boyfriend for that relationship for, you said, 14 or 15, you said?
Yeah, I was probably 14 when I met him, and then by the time I was with his family and everything too, I was probably 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, graduated high school. Probably. I'm horrible with remembering numbers and ages because it all is a blur at this
And then
point.
how long was the next relationship?
7 years.
Whoa.
And then the following was 7. 2 weeks in between and 7.
And nobody asked for your hand? Or did someone ask your hand and you said
Sort
no?
of.
Sort of. Interesting.
Sort of. I feel like I always fleed at the last moment. I was like, no, actually, this isn't gonna work. I just, you know what? If not with him right now, it's not who God wants for me. So I'm good. I'd made the right decision. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It always got to be at that point where we're picking out rings and stuff, and I was designing rings, and then I'm finding issues. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Ooh,
So
interesting.
yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the rest of your life.
I know. It's like it's a big, huge decision. Like your partner in life, that's your ride or die. Like that is, and I didn't know myself. Like you got to understand, like I went through all of, like literally since 13, I always was like about boys and about like relationships, like since a very young age. And I always had like a boyfriend. And so it was always me, Heidi, or this person and Heidi.
Yeah.
And so it was just,
Are you the type that always is always planning your wedding? Like in your mind? No.
No,
Okay.
no.
You're not like that.
No. Just
Okay.
like I just like jump. I'm like the queen of jumping my ship. Like I love to jump my ship and go on to whatever other ship. So now I'm like finally captaining my own ship over here, and I'm like trying to figure it out and just navigate the waves of life that I never had to do before because I was just like, oh, this is great. This is so fun. I love this, but I didn't know myself.
And how long have you been the captain of your own ship now? Since the
3
last one?
years.
3 years.
It's,
Okay.
like honestly, like around this exact time is when I moved to Austin from Barcelona and broke up with my ex, moved to Austin, and here I am. So I've been doing this 3 years, and I'm like, okay, I think it's about time that I jump this ship. No, I'm just kidding. Abandon ship. Just like swing from the fucking whatever it's called. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm loving it so far. So far, so good, and I'm figuring it out. So.
Wow. And then in Austin, you haven't been really going out on dates really at all?
No.
Wow.
Especially not as of recently. I'm sober. 7 months, 15 days, I think. 7.5 months. Yeah.
I'm 4 months. Let's go.
Oh,
Come on,
fuck
come on,
yeah.
come on. We're
Good
out
for
here,
you.
we're out here.
I
Thank you.
love
Likewise.
that.
Likewise.
Good. No, it's really interesting because like I just randomly was like, no, I'm done. I gave myself 3 strikes and I'm fucking out. Like I could not be drinking and getting all messed up on my own. I'm like, I have like goals and things that I want to achieve in my life.
Yeah.
And like it was counterintuitive to everything about my lifestyle. So I got rid of it, and now, yeah, I'm just fucking 7 months sober, and I'm learning more about myself. So I'm like, who am I going to attract? They're going to be just like me, and I want this wonderful person. So
you put out what you get back what you put in.
Yes, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
just like literally waiting on the universe, and like whatever that's going to be, I've got full faith that I will meet an equal. But now I know myself, and they got to know themselves at that level as well. So, and I encounter great people, which is the opposite end of that is like, oh, you haven't found the right one. I'm like, there's so many like wonderful people in this world that like, I don't know. I don't want to, I'm not done yet. I'm still going. So, yeah, I'm just waiting on it. We'll see.
What's your, as of right now, if you had to be an ideal first date, what would it be?
That's such a good question.
Heidi, can you talk a little closer to the mic?
Yeah.
Just bring
What
it.
if I put
Perfect.
it here? Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
My ideal
Val,
first
shut the
date.
no,
Thank you, Val. She's saving the day once again. God,
only guest
we
to be
need
nice to Val.
so
No.
much guidance in this podcast. No, but I think I would. They have to pick me up. So like that's part of like my whole thing is like they have to like come to me. They have to plan everything. I want to
course.
be surprised. If they like pray before over our food or just say like a moment fucking silence, I don't care. But like that's like all these like things that are indicators. They
love
open the
that.
door, that'll be like a great indicator that that's like a person for me. You know, like I love that little jot y'all do all around the car to like come open our door, like you're like half running, half jogging. It's so cute. So like something like that. I don't know. I don't need to be. I don't really care about the like what we do so much as the person that I'm with. I think that's more important.
Heidi, these are great answers.
Yeah.
It's the truth. People, you know, I talk about this stuff, I guess, all the time. I just never been asked so directly, like, oh, I don't know about my perfect date, but this is like what I'm looking for.
But like,
Okay.
I got
No,
a
that's
list. I got a
perfect.
long list.
That's a great answer though, because most people, it's like they'll say all the things that they want to do, but I've never heard anyone just say, "Oh man, I hope he prays before the food comes out."
Well,
Yeah.
Like that's
You
like,
ever been
damn,
on a
that's
date
fire.
where somebody, I mean, now you've been in some for 9 years, you got to jog your memory a little here. But like, like where they just do something, you're like, okay, that I want to be like my sons. That's like how I want my daughters, you know?
Oh, my wife is. If we have a girl, I mean, I want them to be exactly like her. She's
Yeah,
just. But
exactly.
I told him literally after our first date, I told him I was marrying her. This is
Really?
9
You
years.
knew?
Yeah, we've been best friends for even long. Yeah, I knew.
I love
I
that.
knew.
I didn't believe him.
He didn't believe me, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's another like trait that my husband I think will have. Is like he's gonna know it's me, like
Yeah.
it's 100% me, and it's like so obvious to him. And I won't know that, obviously, so I can't like be like, oh, that's what I want my husband to be like. But I want the same story. I want him to be on a podcast 9 years later, be like, I told him 9 years ago that I was gonna marry her. I love that.
Yeah, she was just. I knew too, because she turned me down the first time I asked her out on a date. She said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was like, oh, I don't want to date another other comedian and all this stuff, yada yada. And I was like, all right, cool. And that was cool. That's what she said. What turned her on was that I didn't like react. I was just like, all right, cool. Let's we'll just be friends then.
Yeah.
And then 3 days later, she asked me out.
Oh, really?
And then we went on a date, and then we moved in 3 days after that.
Oh my
And
God.
we've been pretty much married ever since.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Every day, I would say you all spent together. I think
Every day I spent with her. Yeah.
Monogamy.
Best,
It's the
but-
best. It's like your best friend. It's the person who, because when you are in a relationship, like you two are like going to the depths of your soul together, right? You got to really trust a person to like get to that level. That's ugly. That's not pretty.
Yeah.
You're going to see shit in another person and in yourself where you're like, oh shit, I understand how like genocides happen. Like, I get it. You know, we're going to fucking hell because that's human nature, but you're exploring that with another person. So you're seeing it so very clearly. So like, I don't know. I think that's a very serious thing. And like, I take it super seriously.
No, you should. You also don't want to be. No offense to people who have been divorced and all that stuff. But I didn't want to get married and divorced. And this, I was like, I want to. Yeah, I want to do a one and done.
Yeah.
Because also my parents are still together 30 years and they're still really happy.
Nice.
You know what I mean? And I see them. Yeah. So it's like, I guess, but it is what you see too. I feel like a lot of people like they didn't get to see that as a kid. So
Yes.
I feel like a lot of my friends sometimes like, damn, they didn't like. If you didn't get to see that as a kid, sometimes it's hard to know that it's real or that it can be done type shit.
Right.
You know?
Absolutely. Or like I saw the opposite. I saw divorce, and so I was like, I'm absolutely not gonna be that. You know, like
I can imagine. Yeah.
go the other way. Like, yeah, definitely not. And like I had to discover what love was and self-love and all of that stuff. So yeah.
Wow, man, that's.
I did like the answer of the first date question of like I've never heard anyone not give an answer of like what they want to do, and that's cool.
Yeah.
That was very.
I've
that
done
was
so
cool.
many cool things. Honestly, it's not like I've had such a beautiful, cool life. So, but it's never about the dates or where they take you or anything. Like
It's about the time you spend and like who they are.
I said on David Lucas's podcast, I was like, money's the floor, and like what I mean by that is like that's like all that stuff that someone can provide to you, like. That's not, it's gotta be there obviously, but it's like the lowest denominator. Like the rest is what somebody who's actually searching for somebody with everything, like I want it all, should be looking at, you know? It's like everything else is what makes them who they are. Because you can have somebody who has got a ton of money from like their family, whatever it might be, inheritance, I don't know. But they don't have drive and humor and depth.
Just nice. Sometimes guys are like this is a nice
or just
person.
Yeah, kindness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like those things, like you could come from a family that's whoever, but if you don't have all of that, it's like there's no deal. So, but obviously you're gonna have to provide. I'm a woman. I need a nest. You know, I need a nest.
Could you be with like how my wife was? I was homeless when she met me.
Wow.
Could you do that? Could you be with a guy, not necessarily homeless, but could you be with a guy that you make more money than now? But he has drive. And
But
all
you
these,
see the future.
he has everything else you
No,
just said.
I am not Susie. Build a bitch. That's not me. I am not building a. No,
you need a built bear already.
I was with my exes. I'll say like they weren't who they became, but I could see that in them. But through that, someone transforms. Like that's a whole different person at the end of it. So I just want somebody who knows themselves as fully and completely as possible and has done like and has. You know, played the game and understands the game and like is really manifesting in their life and really at this level that's just like you don't have that when you believe like there's a set of beliefs that keep you where you are, right? Like in life. So like to untrain that from somebody, that's tough. I had to go through that myself, like to get rid of like a poverty mindset, things like that, like where you're like, oh, why do I, you know, always shut every light off and like it's just there's like little things.
Yeah.
So like it's like I would need a lot of treats. You know, I'm like training a dog to get out of these like really set mindset things to get you to the next level. So like I think it just wouldn't be compatible because like I see the world so much different. So I don't think it's even possible.
Totally fair. And you know what else? I feel like when people like it's not a fair question all the way because me and my wife were both 25, 24 when we met.
Right,
and I think both being poor together and then coming up together, it's a whole different thing. Even though she had a little more money than me, but it's not like she was a waitress and then I was just homeless. So it was like, You know what I'm saying? It wasn't
Yeah.
like she was like a CEO,
Right.
And I was home, like.
But
So-
you were at the same level. You saw the potential in each other.
Exactly.
You
Right.
know, and I think it's just like it's too late. It's
Yeah,
too
yeah,
late.
You're
you
in a
know,
different state in life to
Too
now
late.
be like, I'm
Yeah.
gonna let this guy
It might have
start.
been different for Sam if she was bleep years old.
Exactly. We got bleep years on each other right now. That amount of time, who knows how long that is? It's a lot. You learn a lot in that time. And she's probably much different. You probably wouldn't date yourself back then if you knew her. You know, like at this person.
No,
now.
and I don't think she would date. She now wouldn't date me then.
Yeah.
Because she would be like, oh, you're just like too much of a kid.
You're a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Bro, like you're so, and you're like not only so broke, you're like okay with being like, because at that point I was like, oh, I'm just doing comedy. I'll be homeless. I'll find a couch.
Yeah.
Like there was no other kind
like
of
you
thought.
can't be having a pregnant wife and like that's tough, you know.
People do it.
I know
It's
people
insane.
do
I don't know
it.
how they do it.
Yeah,
I don't
right?
know. I am too responsible
Yeah.
for my ovaries. Like I can't.
I have money now for the first time in my life. No, it's super. I got money now, and,
Yeah.
and still I'm like, with the baby coming, and I know because it's like, well, we have maybe more money than most people have that have kids, so I should be able to do it, right? But there's still like in the back of my head of like, we don't have. How are we gonna?
Right.
How are we gonna take care of this baby?
Yeah.
Even though I know we got money like saved
you're
and everything.
good, but you want best and you want the
Yes.
best. And
Yes.
and that's like a great mindset to have. You know, that's something that comes with being successful. So like when I say I want success, like I want somebody who's like, oh, we got to search for the next, like always working on something and working on just making everything better for the future.
Yes.
That's like a good thing to love and a good thing to want. Good job being a good man.
Come on, dude. Don't make me leave my wife for you right now. Stop. You stop.
No, I mean that with all respect to your wife. She's got a good one.
She's the fucking goat. But that is so interesting to hear what you want. Because I'm sure there's a million guys who are going to listen to this now because you're on it in the thumbnail.
Right.
And they're going to be like, oh, how do I get Heidi? And it's like, oh, there was nothing you said that just made it like an obvious thing. Like,
There's no game to be played.
there's no game.
Yeah.
You're like
It's
giving no
other
game.
than-
which
I
love.
can
than
like smell
work on
game,
yourself.
and I will pitch it
Ooh.
back. You know, now I work with and I do like transactions for a lot of people, and like when someone starts spitting game, it's like it's so cute to me. I'm like, oh, this is so adorable. Hold on, let me take those strings and puppet you myself. You know, like I get what you're doing. But
love
yeah,
that.
I don't really react very well to that. I like realness. I like authenticity. I like raw. You know.
Could you make, because I'm assuming, was your last boyfriend, was he Barcelonian?
No.
He was a white guy?
He was from the USA.
He's a black guy. No, I'm
He
sorry.
was from the USA. I don't like to talk about him.
Oh, we're not gonna talk about it. We're not
I
gonna
like
talk
to
about it.
keep him. I like to keep it sacred. I value it so much. You know. So it's,
Ooh, that's a nice thing to hear.
yeah.
You're winning, bro. God, Heidi, everything you're saying is like, wow. Impressive.
No, I mean it. Like I just, you know, and you got some. I don't know how to describe it. You have somebody who I protect what we had, and I don't like to like. I don't know how to put it. I don't like to be all open about it because it's something that I think someone's got to like really get to know me in order to understand.
That's so nice.
You know.
That's very sweet.
Yeah.
That's genuinely so nice, bro. Oh my God, I would just shit on this guy.
I know
Like,
this
holy shit,
exactly, and that's what I'm like. I don't want to happen because he does not deserve that. That's a wonderful human. So,
Oh,
yeah, I can't say a bad thing.
oh man. You should be pregnant and find love right now, dude. Oh, you're just so
one of
nice.
these days, the day's gonna come.
It
Well,
will.
yeah, you
The
keep
day's gonna
manifesting
come.
it.
You're manifesting.
Yeah.
The universe is gonna provide eventually. This is
Absolutely,
pure-
eventually, it's got to happen.
I feel like you need to hear this because you talk like this now. He talks way more like this now, which is so
Good,
funny.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm trying to manifest like good things because I
Yeah.
can get very down and very negative on myself.
You just gotta feel it. Like you have to
Yeah.
actually believe it. And I think that's like like live as though it's happened. And that means like feeling those emotions, just being like super happy all the time. Like everyone's always like, Heidi, why are you so happy? I'm like, I have no idea. This is just my constant state. And then I'm always like brought things that bring me even more happiness. It's the
Damn.
wildest thing. Like crazy.
Yeah, that is what someone had told me about manifestation once. Is that you have to act like
Yeah.
you're in the future and that thing happened. It was so we were talking about having a Rolex.
Oh, okay.
And he was like,
Yeah.
he was like, you gotta be living like you're 50 years in the future, and this Rolex doesn't mean anything because you've been had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. That's the sort of how you manifest things.
Yes, absolutely. Like when I got my car, before I got it, I was like test driving, and And I had been manifesting it for a while, and I'm like, I knew exactly what it was going to sound like. It was the wildest thing, and I knew how it was going to feel, and I knew how I was going to feel in it because I just thought about it because I love my old car is great. Love my car. Super grateful for it. But I'm like, I want something like different. And so I could hear it. And I remember I saw this car driving, and I was going to the one dealership to get a different car, and this car pulled up next to me, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. What is that? And called this guy who was a customer at the club who was also at the Mercedes dealership. And I was like, I took a picture of this car, sent it to him. I went and test drove it, and I turned it on. I'm like, oh, this ain't it, you know? But then I got in mine, and I turned it on, and I was like, oh, this is it. Like, this felt right, and it felt, like, beefy. And I can't describe it, but I felt it for so long that when, like, something presented itself that, like, was in opposition to what I knew was for me, I was like, nah, pass. I want that. That's what I want. That's what I feel. And that's what I heard. Like, I could literally hear it before. So I was living in the future. So that's how you got to do it. You got to actually, like, really believe it and feel it.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect this to be a very great self-help episode.
Oh my God.
I'm hearing this
sorry,
like,
it's telling him. I'm sorry.
No. I'm hearing this like, because literally I've been talking to him about like, oh, I've been down recently. I'm hearing this like, oh, this is how I should live my life.
See, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm here, Ehsan, is to help. To help with all of
Yeah.
I should have told you this. Me and Heidi talked about you for a while. Yeah,
we're like, this is your intervention. Val's here. She's conducting this.
Well, in terms of manifesting, I was like, I need a better mindset. And then the next guest we had is like mindset. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. The universe will give you what you asked for if you really need it.
Yeah, and what you feel and what you are, like, and what you've been thinking of. And, like, you can't, if you're down, you're going to have worse shits. You gotta really check yourself. Yeah, you gotta really, like, anytime there's something, I don't know if it's a song or reading or meditating, whatever, but you gotta get out of that, like, as quick as possible. Go laugh with friends and just be in the moment, like, on that precipice of, like, all the goodness of the world. You know, if you're not there, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. It's just gonna go south.
It's a feedback. Self-pity is addictive.
Yes.
It's addictive.
Yeah, and then you're gonna be around other people who are like, oh, this is horrible, and my dog, you know, ripped up my carpet, and like, you're like, holy shit, that's what you sound like, you know, to other people. So yeah, you can't be around that.
You seem like a very bubbly person. You're feeling on you. Very bubbles, very bubbly energy.
Champagne
energy is radiating off of you, Heidi. Are you a crier? Do you cry a lot?
Oh my God, yeah.
That's a good question.
I'm like the most emotional. I'm very emotional. And like on the scale of emotion, if I'm super like 1 to 3 or like 5 or like 7 to 10, I'm crying. So like super happy, super sad, I'm crying. If I'm really happy, I'm crying. Like I cry all the time. And in the middle is where like I'm, you know, not so emotional. But yeah, if I'm any sort of extreme emotion, oh God, yeah. Tears. I love to cry. I like seek my Instagram feed algorithm knows me so well. It like gives me all these kittens and like cute things, and I'm just like, oh my God, this is the most adorable. I cry. I'm like literally crying, or like love with proposals, just all this cute stuff. I'm like, oh my God.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'll say huge crier. I feel like my wife is also very bubbly and big time crier.
Yeah.
Big time crier.
Oh really? Yeah.
Hardcore cries.
Yeah. Maybe it just goes with it because I'm an extreme emotion sort of person. Like I'm always like here. Like if I'm like right in the middle, it's in yoga class. You know, that's the only time I'm like super centered. But otherwise, I love it. Like I like having emotions. I don't think you should ever stifle them.
Agreed.
And I think that's why I love being sober.
Yeah, I cry.
Because like, you got to feel that shit. It's part of being a human.
Do you cry when things are actually like something actually serious happens, like something serious? Do you cry then too?
Oh yeah. If someone's mad at me or like angry with me, I'll instantly cry. I don't do well with that. I will cry. But yeah, so many different, like I said, literally any emotion, if it's an extreme, I'm crying.
Wow, see, I'm the opposite. Extremes, don't cry. Anything normal in the middle, I'm bawling my eyes out.
Really?
Like I read Harry Potter recently, and you'd have thought my mom died.
Look, Harry Potter is like universal shit. That's some truth in there, for real.
It's so good. It's crazy how deep it really is.
I know.
And the meaning of friendship and what friendship can really be.
Yeah.
And
he's gonna cry. Points and laugh. I'm trying to get you over this traumatic experience, okay? This was a therapy session.
Oh, dude, yeah. Any discussion of Neville Longbottom, I'll lose my shit, guys. But yeah, I don't really cry on the extreme ends. I've noticed, like, especially, you know what else? When my wife is like having a day, she's crying, or something really sad happens, then I can't cry. Like,
you got to be strong.
I feel the exact opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Energy.
God, I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's
Yeah,
very
you can't
protective.
both be crying at the same
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Someone has to be locked in right now.
Yeah.
Though, and also, but when I've cried, like when I'm like, oh man, some real shit just happened, and like, or something that and like it got me to that point. Like when Aunt Tammy, remember when Aunt Tammy died?
Yeah, I
You were
remember
with
that.
me?
Yeah.
My aunt, I was very close to my aunt, and
damn.
she passed, and I cried, and she didn't cry. I remember that she was just like, for me, and it was like, wow, it was nice. It
Yeah.
kind of made me like reel it back in for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's nice to know that. She can also be the Rock if that's necessary.
You were there too. You didn't cry.
No,
Piece of shit.
no, but I hated Aunt Tammy.
That bitch. Thank God she's 6 feet under. He was manifesting that shit. He was praying on her downfall.
You have been on KillTony way too long. That fact, how quick that was.
Oh my God, I know. I sharpen my axe every Monday. I swear to God. I'll be over there like saying some wild shit. There was this guy with like this horrible hairline recently, and he was like, oh, you know, I pray or whatever. I'm like, God has smited you. Like, I say the wildest shit on the side. Sometimes I'm like really glad that nobody can hear me.
You're good on the. You'd have this good back and forth with some of the people when they invite you on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite. And I never know what the hell is going to happen. Like, prerequisite to all of that. Like, nobody knows what the fuck is going to happen up there. And there's like it's like a microscope, right? They're like looking at you. Like, I feel like I gotta just shine. I gotta be my best and like, but also be in the moment. Because if you're not in the moment, that's what I think Tony's so good at. Is like he literally stands in a place where like I swear to God, the time gap that he's got for his brain to fire's got to be like massive. Because from his hearing something to reacting, for everyone else it seems like it's so instant, but there has to be like time for him. He's got to feel like the passage of time. Which is
That's
just,
a great compliment. I get what you're
right?
saying.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
wild how quick he is. And for me, when you're up there, it does it like time feels different. It like goes a little slower. And then you have like moments where all these thoughts are coming. Now I'm going to choose this one to react with. But on camera, it's way quick. So if you're not like really in it and really present, so I'm usually really glad that I don't know what the fuck's going on, because I'm like, if I knew, then there's like things going through your head. It's like, no, I'm just with that person in the moment. We're just having a conversation, shooting shit, but who knows what's gonna happen? And that's the beauty of it all. It's like the chaos of the universe right on the stage.
It is the chaos. It is like truly the chaos of like the showing of the chaos of the universe in like one show in a 2-hour format. It's really beautiful.
I know.
But that is a great way to, I've never thought about Tony like that, but he is, especially when you're hanging with him, it's like, oh wow, when he can be so present, it is like on some Doctor Strange shit. Like he can slow time down and kind of live in the second before he reacts. It feels like he's living in it for like maybe like 20 minutes. Like he's like truly like, oh my God, he's in a second. He's like having a
all
million,
these options,
and he's like
right?
going through them slowly.
It's
and
almost
picking
like
his
that,
time.
you know, in
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes and the Robert Downey,
Yes.
when he goes through the different moves he can make, and then
Yeah.
he just does it in an instant. It's like, oh, that's what you're doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Totally. That's 100. Maybe that's where I got that analogy from. But yeah, I've been telling people that about Tony. Like whenever everyone always asks me about Tony. So like, really, it's so admirable. It's like a gift. It's a true like I've never met anybody like that, where it's literally like they have this superpower of choice in every moment.
I don't know if you've told this story a million times or at all, but we are very curious. What is the journey to this moment that you're living in life?
How did
Yeah.
you end up in the
in the
KillTony
KillTony
universe?
How did that happen? How did you get on KillTony?
Well, I told you kind of like I broke up. My ex came here, didn't know what I was gonna do. I have a degree, but I didn't.
What's the degree in?
Theater and drama production, and I have like psychology study, and I have like a certificate in that or something like that. I don't know what it is, but I've literally never opened my diploma.
Me
It's
neither.
in the mail.
Me neither.
Yeah,
It's in my parents' house
really?
in the envelope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine too. I
Me either.
don't give a fuck what it was.
He dropped out.
I just did you?
yeah, don't let him. Don't give that to him.
I love that. No, that's actually like a good sign. Like you're like, oh no, fuck the establishment. I'm gonna do what I want to do. But yes, I did all that, came back here, and I didn't know what I was gonna do. So I was going back to school for cosmetology. So I got my cosmetology license, and while I was doing that, I started waitressing. Right up the street from where I was going to school was Yellow Rose. And
Yellow
so I
Rose.
started waitressing. Everyone's always like, oh, she was a stripper. I was not. I was waitressing. That's not, they use it to dog me down, but it's not like a dog. But anyways, it wasn't not true. But anyways, waitressing. So I'm waitressing, killing it. Like absolutely top sales every night, like beating the whole bar, like just doing awesome. And they asked me to manage. And I was like, no, like I don't have time for all that. Like it's a big responsibility and you're responsible for very large transactions and it's a lot. So I'm like, no, put it off for like a year. And then finally, I said, okay, I'll do it because I wanted to start getting sober. Because as a waitress, I'm like, Clase Azul, $52, like put it on your tab,
Fuck
you know,
yeah.
like
I already know what you're talking about.
100%. Yeah, it's just what you do. But so then start managing, and we're in like a management meeting, and our owner, Jonathan Joseph, he owns both Red and Yellow Rose and a bunch of other clubs and stuff. But he was like, Tony Hinchcliffe is having this show on New Year's. Who should we send? Like who and wants girls to hold up boards, like hold up like fight boards or whatever. Who should we send? No idea like what he's even talking about. No idea what KillTony is.
Wow.
No idea. So, and I was just immediately, I like started working out. I'm starting to get sober. I'm like, I'll go. You know, having no idea. I had been on a taping for Netflix for Ronnie Chang. I went to Ronnie Chang's like it was at the Chinese Theater in New York City.
Like his Netflix special?
Yeah, his Netflix special.
Wild.
It was really wild. So I'm thinking it's like that, right? I'm like, oh, it's like super low key. It's going to be, you know. I get to KillTony on the 30th of December now, last year. And I was like, it was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. It was like the wildest show. Mr. Beast is there. They've got this guy dressing up as Dr. Phil. I'm like, oh, I thought it was the real I like didn't even know. I had no idea what to expect. It was so wild and so crazy. And I was just chilling with everybody. Like I'm kind of like a homie. Like I just am like always chilling with dudes and like shooting shit and like being myself. And we had so much fun. And Tony came in later, and then we didn't exchange information or anything like that. But he was like, I want you on the show. I don't know in what capacity or whatever. And this was Super Bowl Sunday. And he was with everybody from production, like everybody, and like Cam and like everybody. It's like 30 people. And I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, come Monday. I'm like, tomorrow? Like it's 2 a.m. Like tomorrow, you want me to be there tomorrow for this show? So I went, I think the following Monday after Super Bowl Sunday, and I've not missed a Monday since. So been on it ever since. And thrown to the wolves, really. my first, I had no idea what was going on. You know, I don't think even, I think Tony kind of knew what he wanted me to do, but I don't know, like, I don't know what was going through his head. But the first night that I'm working, and I don't know William Montgomery, I have no idea what I'm so like everybody I'm meeting, they're like,
that's very funny to not know William Montgomery and then meet William
Montgomery.
Montgomery.
And meet him on stage.
Yeah. Oh,
and he's literally was the nicest person to me ever about. You know, he's the nicest person. Yeah. And so we're talking like, oh yeah, how are you? You know, and then he gets on stage, he's like, don't ever come up here with me again, bitch. You know, just like, and I'm like, holy shit. And I was laughing so hard because it was so funny because everyone's so nice to me all the time. It's kind of refreshing to be called a bitch, you know? I'm like, finally. So it was great. And so it's been crazy ever since, and some like really great, like little golden moments of me being out there where I'm like I can't wait to show my children this one day and be like, look at how cool I was, okay? Like, for real, I did some cool stuff, and people had some great moments with me out there, and, you know, and like mess ups and mistakes and little things that just make the show chaos. It's just great. So.
Do you have a favorite KillTony moment that in your, just so far, like, where it's like, oh, I really loved this moment?
That you were around for, or you were involved in?
Whether you even on stage or not on stage, just your own personal, like, man, I love that
great
moment.
tits, American tits.
Great American
tits. The Trump, oh my God, that was so, and I didn't hear it. And while you're backstage, you know, there's people like, it's so hard, and I'm coming around to come, because I watch in the front, and then I go backstage. And so I come out, and he was like talking about that at that time, and everybody was just dying laughing. He was talking about like Mexican tits, they're streaming up the border. So funny. So I didn't hear a bunch of it until I came back. I was like, oh, he's calling my tits interesting. Then I watch it back, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so much funnier. I watched that episode like 4 times. I loved it so much. But yeah, I think that has to be like my favorite moment. But for sure, like the most memorable is coming out at Madison Square Garden in the crowd, just like for me, going crazy when I came out, and like that, I'm like, what is this life? Holy shit, you did a good job manifesting this to God. Like, holy shit. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is absolutely insane that people like know who I am on this show and like are so happy to see me and paid all this money to come see us at this insane venue.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You made me tear up a little bit right there. That was great.
That was
beautiful.
it was very special. I think it's special for all, like everybody involved, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's a huge opportunity, and Tony gave that to all of us.
Yeah, I mean, to say you've done it. You've performed at Madison Square Garden, and there is no better venue. Like, there's no other venue that's like. I mean, of course, there's still a
Iconic.
million more cool things to be able to do, but like, no, as far as just a venue,
Yeah.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the venue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've already done it.
I was so, like, I had so much anxiety going there because I was, like, working out like crazy. I was working out, like, literally 3 times a day. And so I fucked up all my hormones and, like, really, like, was too thin, honestly, for my body frame. And so I was all anxious, like, my hormones are messed up, but, like, being there, planning for it and like wanting to give my best, you know, it was just such a cool moment. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite regular? KillTony regular. Do you have a favorite?
That's a really tough question. I love all of them.
We've had them all on the pod. These are all great friends of ours, but this is also comedy, and somebody needs to win and everyone else needs their feelings hurt. And that is the only fair way to live in this comedian world that we live.
Oh my goodness. That's so tough. Like,
just a personal Heidi favorite.
Personal Heidi favorite is Cam. 100%. I love Cam. But I mean,
Let's clip this up and send this to Ari and
William.
Right. When he's on, like, his comedy style is so aligned with mine, like how he talks and everything. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, you say you nigga a lot. We've had to bleep it.
Oh my God. That was actually the age that I said. That's how old That's how old I am. The oldest in time, really. I mean, y'all started this whole thing.
No, Cam's also.
Yeah.
Cam's my favorite.
Brilliant.
I love me some Casey Rocket though.
Oh my God,
I love me
and
some
he's
Rocket, man.
such a nice person too. Holy shit.
Him and William off stage are so.
I know. I'm gonna go on their. William asked me last night to go on their podcast. So I'm like, I'm definitely gonna love them too. We've like gone to dinners with them and William's girlfriend, and it's. I love them. They're such good guys. I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And they're so silly. I love that silly shit.
Yes.
Like as far as like people bet on the show, like Adam Ray's styling and how just witty and silly he is. Oh my gosh, I love him too. He's great.
Yeah, he's unreal.
And comedians to me is Tony.
Yeah, no, Tony's peak. Tony's peak.
He's like riding the peak right now. Just fucking.
Yeah, he's so gay.
Oh.
He's riding the peak.
Yeah, I mean, the peak is a giant dick and Tony is on it. Right?
That's our man's though. I love Tony. Oh my God, he's so such a genius.
Yeah.
So I love like really intelligent humor where like it's so surgically like, oh, this is exactly what I want to say.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like so many different stylings of humor, honestly. So it's a very hard question. I laugh at everything. I love to laugh. I'll be on the side just like, I'll hit the wall. Like when it's a racist joke, that's the only thing I'm like, oh my God, don't. My ears are closed. Like I didn't hear that. You know, that's the only shit I'm like, holy shit, I can't believe you said that. But I just love it all. I love to laugh.
I love that.
Such a gift.
I love that anybody when they're like not in this world, and then you just kind of got like dropped in, and now you're like amongst us. Like you're just kind of like you're just always around, you know.
I know.
And it's so cool that like
Thank
you bring a great energy.
Yeah, you really do.
Very
Very
positive. Very positive energy. It's fun.
There's definitely some imposter syndrome with me. I'm like, do I belong? Like I don't know. You know, I'm just here. And I think everybody has been so kind to me. Everybody. I feel like y'all are my people, you know, truly. And I mean that 100%. Like I tell people I love them and I mean that. Like it's a very interesting niche of people and we have a lot of similarities.
Yeah.
The more you get to know somebody, the more you're like, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except Hans Kim.
Oh my God, I love Hansi. We did a little thing for this documentary that's coming out, and holy shit, it was so funny. I have no idea what I said, but I said some wild shit. Right now you see that. It's wild. Like the whole time, it was like they just recorded, and we just sat there and like just talked. And
Yeah.
it was so funny nonstop.
Do you catch yourself now that you're involved in this world watching more stand-up just on your own and when you're scrolling or at home on
It
Netflix and
definitely
things like that?
pops up more.
Oh, I'm sure
but-
your phone's listening for sure.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. But I still find myself like I love to read. I don't own a TV. So I don't like to go on my phone. I never know where my phone is. So I don't really consume a lot of media at all. I really like to be off of all of that and just in my own mind and like thinking, because I'm forming myself, right? I'm learning about myself, and I don't want to magpie, is that the word? Magpie, like different opinions to form who I am.
Yeah.
I want to know myself authentically. So I try to kind of stay away from like too much media, but there's certain things I do like catch, you know, especially if it's anything to do with anybody in the KillTony universe. Like I love watching their stuff. I still, like before ever coming on this, I was a huge JRE fan and Jordan Peterson fan. So like those two, like I idolize so much for just like shaping a lot of me, you know? So
A lot of society.
yeah.
All
Oh yeah.
of us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like 100%. So I still like to go in, like anything that I'm interested in, I'll go like learn more about it. But I don't really watch too much stand up.
That's fair. I also try to
I
avoid
watched
it.
none.
We try to avoid
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
We do it so we're just around it so much.
Yeah,
But also
yeah.
you're around it so much now that I do get being like, oh, okay. You have to see a minute of, I mean, you have to see so much of it on just every Monday, let
Yeah, yeah.
alone everything else.
Yeah,
You know
and
what I'm
then
saying?
I usually watch, like I'll watch parts of the episode back too. Like if I remember, oh, I really liked that guy, was like a great vibe or whatever, I'll go watch the set again and,
Yeah.
you know, support that person and follow them or, you know, tell them they did a great job, whatever it might be. So I try to support as much as I can and get their name out. If somebody wants to like do stuff with me, like for their whatever it might be, I'm like, yeah, I'll come on over. Like, let's do whatever it
fire.
might be.
God, and the fact that you don't look at your phone, I can't imagine what your DMs look like.
Yeah.
I can't.
I have
How
4
many
DM
athletes?
things, like 4 boxes
Yeah.
or whatever, which I think is wild. I'm like, that's far too many boxes that I'm not going to look at any of them. Like, not even 1 or 2. But then, like,
you got the primary, you got the general, you got the requests,
And then you got the hidden.
Yeah.
I already know the 4 and
yeah.
I'm in them.
Oh my God, I am not in them. I will occasionally, like, go and look, but
No name dropping, but have you ever seen an athlete, or since you've been on KillTony, especially an athlete or an actor or every? That's all I wanna know.
everybody.
Yeah, that's
LeBron
good.
James, get out of here.
I got a lot of them blue checks in my hidden requests. Okay, a lot of blue checks in there. But no, I don't entertain anything unless it's like an opportunity to collaborate with somebody
Yeah.
professionally. That's, you know, what I'm looking towards and working on. So I just keep them out there, and it's a distraction. Like, you know, men are a big distraction for me. So
Likewise.
Relatable. Relatable.
They
Yeah.
can be a big distraction. I love that we've all learned. I feel like we've learned on this podcast today so far, but we haven't started yet, by the way.
we should probably get on that, Val. Golly.
Me too, Val.
Me too, Val.
Our whole just so you know, you're the first guest. Every guest that's ever come on, we encourage them to be as mean as they can. To Val.
So she told me about that. She's like, so just so you know, like they are kind of mean to me, and like that's like a running thing on the show. I'm like, I'll bet. So I'm just fucking with you.
No, but I feel like we've learned is if anyone has any kind of chance with Heidi, they're gonna have to be an actual good guy who has a natural conversation with you.
Yeah.
That's
Good
what a
soul.
good soul who's actually having and not even hitting on you, just like actually talking to you, and
Yeah.
then not even anything comes of it. Maybe
Yeah.
this is like
For the first like 3-4 months.
You might have to
know?
hit Heidi with the meet cute, the beginning of the rom com. You know what I mean? Where just they
yeah.
meet and you're like, oh, I don't think they're gonna get together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like that's probably exactly how my rom com will go. Like, hi, bye, see you 17 years down the line. We're both old, and like it'd be just the end of the Notebook, you know?
just the
Or-
end.
yeah, just the end. Just ideally, that's what it would be.
And the Notebook is fire. I do hope me and my wife go out that way.
Yeah.
Love to, bro, to die with your wife in
I
bed.
know
Have
you
seen
just
it?
No, I
cry
haven't
your
seen it.
eyes out when you watch that, don't you?
Man, I would have been, but she was watching with me and she was crying, so I'm like, well, now I can't cry.
Oh,
She's
gotta
crying,
be
so now I
strong.
can't.
And you're like fighting back tears.
No, when homeboy dies with her, it was like, damn, bro. I did look at her like, wow, the only way to go with your wife
know.
is to just die in bed holding your wife's hand.
I
Are you
feel like
kidding
it's a
me, dude?
controversial movie.
No,
though.
there's also murder-suicide. hold on.
All right,
There's another way
Romeo
to
and
go.
Juliet.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Come on. the most famous love story of our time.
Love.
Damn,
I-
it is.
Romeo and Juliet. Is the most
Romeo,
famous?
my favorite
Yeah.
character
But
in
that's more
Romeo and
suicide,
Juliet
suicide.
is by far Mercutio, though. Like Mercutio is
Mercutio.
a fire ass character. He's so funny.
Yeah, he is like
so
the-
funny. Best role in Romeo and Juliet by
Is
far.
he? I can try to remember exactly. Is he the good guy or is he a bad guy?
He's a good guy, but he dies.
kills someone, doesn't he?
Yeah, he died.
Or was that Tybalt? One of them kills someone.
Yeah, I don't think it was Mercutio, but he
Okay.
dies pretty early.
Yeah.
But then the friar too, the friar with his like long, like I'll be brief, and then it's like 18 years later, and then he finishes. That's so funny, so funny. They had some good humor back then.
They really did.
They really did.
Heidi,
They
really
were
did.
just like us,
Just kids, just young
kids.
kids, just kids trying to.
figuring out life, burning their food. I'm sure with the fires and shit.
You want to start the podcast?
Let's start the podcast.
Okay, Heidi, we
All
will
right.
start now.
All
Now
right.
we'll
Whew,
start.
God, it's so nice getting to talk to you guys a little bit.
So I don't know if Val told you anything about the Solid Show. Did she tell you anything about how our pod is or what it is?
A little bit. I
Okay.
know that you do like a game.
We always do games specific for each guest.
Okay, I
We make
love
the
that.
games very specific for the guests, just to highlight who you are and things you've done. Ehsan, would you like, or it's just a game that we think is really funny.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. The game of life.
The game of life.
Super funny.
Ehsan, do you want to introduce our first game?
Is it gonna be yours or mine? Actually.
We'll do yours.
Okay, and we'll just do one of each. We'll just do one of each instead of two.
Yeah, one
Okay.
of each, one of each.
Okay. So our first game, Val, it's mine. It's historical sideline reporter.
Oh my God.
So
We heard.
Okay.
Yes, you had told me that you were a sideline reporter for the Lingerie Football League.
Yes,
Shout
I
out.
was.
Yeah. Wow.
Shout out, it's no longer a thing. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm putting my reporter voice on now.
Oh my God, I hear it a little bit.
So we will each play one character. Derek will be one, and I'll be the other.
Okay.
And there's someone from history, and you will just ask them maybe a couple questions, see where they're going. You'll be interviewing Derek first, and he is the guy who shot the CEO, the healthcare CEO.
Have you heard about this?
What's it like to be a sex symbol?
Well, that's your first question.
Also, I was like, have you heard about this? She was like, oh,
Yeah.
I've already done my
Yes.
research.
I've been online like all of yesterday, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, ask me again.
What is it like to be America's sex symbol?
Oh, thank you very much. My name is Luigi. Really, before I kill the guy, I make sure to eat 7 grams of protein, 7
He's healthy, guys.
8 ounces of water. And I killed a guy because he killed my grandmother. Not okay. Not okay. But it is nice being a sex symbol. I do like that the ladies find me attractive, but that is not why I killed that CEO.
Do you feel like your grandmother's legacy has been avenged?
That's a really good question, ma'am.
And we are back.
Man, that's a fire question. And I do feel like I did it for her. And shout out Mimi. And shout out Mimi. Mimi Mangiato. Wait, what's his name?
Mangione, I think.
Mangione. I'm Luigi Mangiano. Shout out her. And I did it for her legacy. And I love you so much, Mimi. And I will be there to see you soon because I don't know how long I will last in jail.
Are you hoping for the death penalty, or would you like to serve a lifetime sentence of 30 years?
Hopefully the death penalty because I don't know how long I can maintain this body. I mean, when you look at that, that's crazy. Embarrass me, dude.
We were just fucking around last night, like right outside the green room with Liz. She's on the show too, and I don't know. Someone's like, I sleep directly on my face. I'm like, if I can sleep on my face with these tits, anybody can. And then we were talking about like my abs. I'm like, I just clean clothes with them all day, like my washboard. It was so funny.
Way to fucking brave. A nice fucking flex right there.
But yeah,
Yeah, I think I was there because you said I sleep on my stomach, and Liz was like, "Bitch, you have no stomach."
Yeah, bitch, what stomach? She goes. It was so funny. It was so funny. Oh my god.
Liz is the goat.
Like I value those moments are like sanctified for me. Like I love them so much. It's precious.
It's the best. We call them green room hangs, but that's when you're just in the green room and just that's kind of those moments are happening.
Yeah.
Nothing. It's better than sometimes doing stand-up. It's better than
Truly.
the actual doing stand-up. It's
Just
the
really
best.
It's
moments.
magic.
You killed that. That was incredible. That was incredible.
All right.
Incredible.
And
All
so
right.
now for me, I am Osama bin Laden. The first tower has been hit, but the second tower has not been hit yet. So we're in between towers.
Crazy, dude.
Oh my god. gosh, Osama bin Laden, you look an awful lot like this guy named Ehsan that we know. Ehsan, sorry. How does it feel to be a spitting replica?
I would say he looks like me more than I look like him. I think we should put that out there right now.
Oh my gosh. So you plan this all out. What is your next attack after these towers go down?
Well, you know, sometimes you come with a game plan. Pennsylvania didn't go how we thought, and it's important that, you know, when the game plan doesn't work, you sort of rally the troops and you keep going with it. And we found success in the first half, and hopefully we're going to come back strong in the second half.
So I know you have a great relationship with George Bush. How many bombs did he have you personally planned?
Oh my God, that got deep.
Look, 9/11 was an inside job. No.
All I'll say is, if you're a great coach, you also need a great GM to win a championship.
And he's won the championship, ladies and gentlemen.
You signed on. You signed on.
Wow.
Very well done.
Wow, that was great.
Heidi, that was
Holy
incredible.
shit.
Okay, we have one more game for you and then one last little thing
I
before we
love
let
it, I
you
love
get
it, I
out of
love
here.
it.
Yeah.
Next is the game I have for you. Now, do you remember the show on MTV called Next?
Yes.
Where they'd be on a bus. And
It's like the last time I watched TV was like that era.
That
Yeah,
era,
fuck
MTV.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
somebody
about.
comes
Yeah.
out and then the woman or the guy.
That's
Yeah.
a very bleep years old thing to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. exactly.
We are really showing her bleep age right now. But somebody would come out, and then the person would say next, or they'd get to know them and then say next, or they'd get through the whole date.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do that situation with you,
Okay.
with famous comedians.
Okay.
So we'll show you a picture, and you say next as it goes, or well, if they get through it all, then wow, they went on a full date with Heidi.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Perfect. Let's go.
Let's do our first contestant.
Next.
Totally fair. Totally fair. Next, you next him.
Yeah, there's
Yes. Holy
created the
shit.
concept
Allegedly,
yourself.
or is that like convicted? I
No,
don't
he
know.
for sure was convicted.
Oh,
He's out
was
now
he?
though because of COVID.
Oh.
No, he's out because of a technicality.
Oh.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
like that sometimes.
Yeah.
The glove doesn't fit. You must quit.
Exactly.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
That's silly.
the prosecution used evidence against him that they said they wouldn't, and because of that, he's out.
Look at that face. Still alive.
The prosecution, which, yeah. All right, John. I don't know who this is.
Oh, are we saying next immediately?
Oh, we want to
No,
see.
no.
Let's see.
I'll hear him out.
Okay.
He's got kind eyes.
He
And
does.
Yes, I won't say the next thing.
Oh, I am John Mulaney. Okay.
Drug addict, right up my alley. Okay.
All right. Now, what's this? Has 3 great comedy
He's a
specials.
comedian. Great
Okay,
comedian. He's
okay.
probably one of the great. He's in my top 5
Really?
live right now. Yeah, he's that good.
I've never heard of him. All
I
right.
love that dude.
What's in the first Spider-Verse? I don't know what the first Spider-Verse movie is.
Oh wow, it's a really great.
You're also
Spider-Man
showing that you really are off the internet like
yeah,
that.
I don't know. Yeah, never seen this guy in my. I have never had relations with this man.
Would he be next it or no? Would we?
Or
date?
do we go on a date with him?
I would go on a date with him, I guess, like in 4 years from now.
Dude, Olivia Munn would be pissed. That's her husband.
Oh, really?
You know who Olivia Munn is?
Yeah, I know who Olivia
Okay,
Munn
yeah,
is.
that's her husband.
Oh, he's such Olivia Munn. No disrespect, she's gorgeous.
Oh my God,
yeah,
she's
good.
gorgeous.
You got a good one. Seems like, I like the drug addict part. That's really.
Oh my God, who put that?
shit,
I don't know who put that on there. I don't know who put that on there.
Let's
That's
go.
crazy.
That's
crazy.
But we should do it since it's on
He
there.
didn't bring
That's
his
crazy.
wife, but she sounds like a great lady.
Yeah. Whoa, Val. I don't get who did this.
Yeah, I think that's one that can't be a fact. I won't. Never mind. Not gonna say what I was gonna say. Not gonna say it. Holding back. All the options that I got to choose from, I'm not choosing that one.
We didn't next him though. I'm gonna say.
didn't,
I mean,
no.
even though this is an accidental thing that I don't know how Val must have did this, but he's not next him.
Jeez, Val, you really put
What's
the
the next
winners
one,
on
Val?
here, don't you? Just super fucking cool.
And what else, Val, what else is there?
Ideal candidate.
I mean, even a total accident, but we'll take it, dude. We'll take it. Our next comedian, Val?
Oh, let's go.
Ooh.
I don't know who this is, but let's go.
He's handsome.
All right, that's his first thing.
I love a good liar.
Oh,
I love it. Like I feel like it's a sign of intelligence, which is probably horrible. And like,
Whoa.
Go to the next one, Val. Let's see. Literally what she just said, knows a lot about the world.
yeah,
Whoa.
you gotta be able to make shit up, to be. That's intelligence. So I love lie. I love lie to me.
And then, Heidi,
my
okay.
God, that's a
Hassan
great take. I've
Minaj.
never heard that take on. I've never heard that take on lying
No,
before.
it's true. It's true. Like
Yeah.
if you can spot a liar, you're not very good at lying. That means you're not very intelligent.
Whoa.
Damn, that's facts.
That's fire. And knows how to recover from lying.
Wow. Yeah.
He just got
He
dated.
just
Yeah.
got dated.
All right. I love it.
Hassan
Yeah.
Minaj just got dated. Our next
Yeah.
candidate, please.
Whoa, Val.
Oh,
What the
Okay,
fuck?
that's crazy.
Yeah, Val, come
Again,
on.
no one, I don't know how he's got
This
on
is
there.
Osama bin Laden.
Let's go, Heidi.
But like he's a mastermind, okay?
Yes,
like
right.
obviously a mastermind.
I just
Come
got
on.
flashbacks to
We-
elementary school having a.
we might as well do it. I mean-
I'm so
No, you're
sorry.
fine. You're fine.
Since even though he's not supposed to be on here, Val, we might as well just do it. Since it's crazy. He's like, what?
Golly, you and this last guy wanted to date. Have a lot in common. Holy shit! It just keeps getting more and more in common.
Even though it's not supposed to be on there, but you were dated. I'm gonna go with that.
Yeah,
He was
take that.
dated. He was dated.
I love it. I
All
love
right,
it.
I
I
think
love
we have a
it.
couple more.
Oh gosh, I'm horrified. Ooh, nope. Pass.
Oh, yes,
already
no.
next.
Kevin Hart was
Kevin
next.
Hart. No.
Wow,
Yeah.
just Cam Patterson
Yeah,
in 7 years?
That first part, yeah.
Literally Cam Patterson in 7 years.
Just put a picture of Cam, actually. Next time. No joke, because I love Cam. But no, I can't. I don't do the Hollywood shit. Matt's so nice.
He's a sweetie.
He's so nice, but I can't say I would date him.
Oh.
Because he's been on our
Next.
show. Like,
That's fair.
you know?
That's fair.
But honestly, the old hair is much better than the new hair.
I think he's very beautiful like this.
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah, he's
Like,
an extremely nice guy.
He's great, and he's hilarious, actually.
He's
Oh
really
my
quick
God,
on his
he's
feet.
funny. Yeah.
All right, but next is
He was next.
unfortunately.
Huge uses a headset microphone.
Well, we have to put something, one character flaw in all these people that
Oh
we love.
my God, I love it. I love it.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, and then to pick these
We're in a
handsome pictures of us.
throuple. Value in this too. Come on.
Yeah,
let's
no,
go.
this is all Val did all this.
Yeah,
That's
it's
crazy.
crazy.
I love it.
I don't know who's doing this.
In the real world, like that's a huge no for me. Like anytime you see the oh my God, the owner of our club went to the pocket pussy thing called?
Oh my God.
Fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
Yeah, went to like their factory or whatever and got these like literally they're like this big and I'm like this is like this much of this is a maybe but the whole like the girth of the thing is like I'm like absolutely not. So double huge penis, that's actually a mark against you.
No,
guys. I'm
that's
sorry.
it as a team.
No, our dicks are too big.
Yeah, damn.
Oh, no.
Such a true fact.
It's horrible when people tell me my tits are too big. I'm like, oh God. God forbid.
All right, well, we got next to Val. Even
That
though,
was super
I mean,
fucking cool.
and
I
double
love
super-
it.
Next is,
love
thank you
it.
so much for playing our next game.
guys,
And then
this
our
is
last thing
Yes.
we want to try and see. We were deep
shit.
diving your Instagram,
Yes.
and we saw in there that you said you are a magician.
Yes. I need a
that's
piece
real?
of paper and a pen.
Val, can we get our lovely guest a piece of paper and a pen, please?
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And we have a deck of KillTony
KillTony
cards.
cards. Shout out.
I love
Yep, come on.
these. I
Yes.
have my own playing cards on my Etsy, which you can obtain. if
Guys,
Ooh,
you heard the woman.
absolutely.
They come from the UK. They ship from the UK. So sorry about that in advance. but- All right.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh my God, I'm
Okay.
so excited.
Hold on. Gotta shuffle these up. Okay, I'm shuffling the cards.
Okay.
We're watching.
And
All
Val,
right.
can you film on your phone just in case too?
I'm like actually really excited about this. Okay, I don't know where to put these. Okay, I'm just gonna put them right here. All right, so only one of you can play my magic game though.
I'll
Okay.
play.
Derek will play.
Okay, all right,
Black
Derek.
people react better. No offense.
Yes. No.
All right,
Yeah.
pick a range of suit, ace through 10 or jack through king. Let's go. Let's just for time's sake, ace through 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Ace.
Through 5 or
Ace 5.
ace 5. Okay, so ace through 5. Ace start at 2.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, or 5. Pick ace 2.
Ace 5.
No, ace.
Okay,
one
so
of the,
not
ace,
ace
two,
and not 5. Okay.
Okay.
2, 3, or 4.
Oh, 2.
Okay, and one more. Three
or
or
4?
4?
3.
Okay, 3. We'll go 3. Okay, so 3, and then pick a suit. Diamonds, hearts, clubs, or spades. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking like a leaf.
Hearts.
Okay,
So
pick
3.
another.
Spade.
Pick one more.
Diamond.
Diamond. Okay, so we're gonna go 3 of clubs. So how many cards do you want me to pick out until I pick out the 3 of cards from my waistband?
10.
10? Okay, that's a lot. All right. I'm so shaky.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I'm like worried here. Okay. 1. Can I just throw them on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, 1. That's not the 3 of clubs. 2. That's not the 3 of clubs.
Get those cards. Get those out.
Ace of spades. It's a great card, but that's not the 3 of clubs. 3. 4. What is that one?
5 of clubs.
That's 5 of
Not the
clubs.
3 of clubs.
Turn
5.
them over. 6 of clubs.
6.
8 of diamond.
7. 8. 9. Now you want it to be this one?
Yes.
No.
Magic.
No fucking way, dude.
And I'm a magician. Heidi Houdini, okay?
How do you do everybody?
Thank
Oh
you
my God.
so
Thank
much
you,
for being on
thank you.
that
Thank you so much. Oh
Thank
my
you guys
God.
for having me on. I appreciate you so much.
We
Appreciate
appreciate
you.
you. Oh.